My name's Kevin Wagner. I'm a second-year PhD student in political science. COP is the Conference of the Parties. It's the UN's annual climate change conference. This past year, it was in Belém, Brazil. It was the 30th edition, and I was able to go because I applied through the Buffett Institute. When I started in grad school in Sydney, when I was doing my master's degree, I was almost entirely focused on environmental politics, and I wrote my master's dissertation on international environmental politics. The lens I was approaching COP30 through was sort of analyzing cooperation and using this framework in political science that is called regime complexity. And regime complexity is essentially within international organizations, there is always some overlap and there's a lack of hierarchy within the overlap. So you're trying to identify who holds the power despite the fact that technically nobody is supposed to. So my biggest takeaway from COP30 was the road blocking that was occurring everywhere. Whenever you would go to any dialogue, there would always be several parties that just clearly did not want to accomplish anything. And I wasn't expecting that going in. That is outside of what I was looking for, but it's sort of unavoidable. You see it everywhere. And the complaints range from real equity concerns to I'm going to complain about process for tens of minutes at a time and go beyond my time limit just because I actually don't want to find a group solution here. One of the key ideas, as you will encounter in all of COP, is that the lesser developed countries are always looking for more of a seat at the table, more funding. They're looking for more equity in the process. Those are all very fair things to be looking for, but you often get in these negotiations other states that will glob onto this. So the Alliance of Oil Producing States will often jump in and say, we're very concerned about equity issues as well. And they very well may be, but it often does seem like they're using it as a way to stall negotiations. I do feel like COP30 changed the way I think about my academic field. I think I wasn't prepared for the level of just blocking that is taking place. And I unfortunately come away thinking that there are many, many good faith actors and many people trying to solve the problem, but it does seem as if there are bad faith actors as well. I think my experience at COP30 has provided me with a broader understanding of what these negotiations look like. I'm someone who typically just works in quantitative data analysis, and that's the way I've looked at international negotiations before. I've realized that there are certain things on the ground that you just can't get using specifically data analysis when you're not on the ground. And that's something that I need to keep in mind for my future research.